Welcome to Rensselaer Field in East Hartford, Connecticut. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Colorado State Rams and the Connecticut Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. He understands that his tight end is going to get a lot of attention here today going against the team he used to play for. But he said, we're going to call his name early and often and make sure he's involved and worried about us and our offense here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Uconn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. On the return, it's Hawkins. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
7, Uconn, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The ride. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Let's talk just for a minute about Uconn. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Wants to go up top on second down. Throws to the tight end. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces a third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. From the gun, it's Phillips. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the run, deep down the right side. Working the big fella to the corner.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to run it. Gets the first himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the left side. Could be. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still execute at a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Porter. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Run in the red zone, it's Reeder. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Husky!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he tacks on the extra point. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Reed. On the move. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got a little space. Got enough for the first down. A lot of room to the right. He's at the touchdown, Colorado State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Man, those are those balls where you trust your wide receiver to go up and make those plays. So many guys now played hoops for so long, big bodies, long arms. Those are the ones when they get their hands on it, you want them to come down, secure those catches, and make those big plays for you.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air, it's Reed. Right side, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Tackle is made at the 32-yard line.
We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. There he goes. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
25 on the play.
And the Rams will try to punch it in on first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Driving forward, it's Phillips. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Out wide right, it's Fareed. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The Uconn offense goes back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They're all over it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, shipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but
Lots of running room. Inside the 30. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rams! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And now this offense will take the field again. Straight ahead, it's Reeder. There he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sets his feet. It's Reed. He's going for a big play downfield. Reels it in down the left side. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Hits inside. It's Phillips. Can't get him to the ground. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Phillips. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Flowers. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Drops back on first down. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw one first. Left side is Porter. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Long way to go on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reeder. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The run inside. It's Phillips. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Tennessee taking on the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Volunteers who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
They'll open the second half with a run. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Just feeds the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Turns it upfield.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. He's
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
2nd down to the air. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down. And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
Takes the handoff. It's Christian. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Huskies. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They give it back to him. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looking for open space. It's Phillips. Past the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This third down a little longer after that penalty. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Going over the top. Makes a deep grab. Lowers those pads. Off and running. The 30. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Uconn, 31.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Uconn going back to work on offense. First play of this drive. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. All the way. Touchdown, Uconn.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Extending the play. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
The hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. It's good. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Deep in the end zone, it's Flowers. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. He's changing the play. Fresh setter down's going to the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe...
He's got it on the left. Turning it on. Touchdown, Uconn. And... Six more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Next is the score. Colorado State 55, Uconn 44.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Butler. Hard running there. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. On the move. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rams! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. From deep, it's Flowers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback. That you're.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it down the field. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Under pressure, and they got him.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a...
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna... Over. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Uconn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Rush is on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. They'll line up to go for 2. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. No need to go Joe Pisarcik, Larry Zonka here, Jesse. Just take the snap and kneel.
Don't need to be old school, although I do like the old school kneel play here. That is true. You just got to force your opponent to use their one timeout, and you've got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, and you can see on the sidelines, they're excited. They're celebrating this. They know this is over if the offense just takes care of the football.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.